What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to ESL Pro League Season 15. Wowzers, the Danish derby certainly delivered, but we have one more best of 3 to go this evening. It's truly hashtag the night shift hours. It's going to be NAVI versus EG. My name is Parla. I'm still joined by Ble and Maui Snake. Trace, YNK, and Kassad have gone home for some rest and relaxation. Boys, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. That game took quite a while to end, but that was a hell of a barn burner. And now I'm excited to see, you know, a really, really strong team facing off against this unknown team called NAVI.
I've never even heard of them.
I know. Who are they?
Okay.
That's a cheeky one. That was a cheeky one.
Yeah.
Very good delivery as well, I must say, Blair.
Thank you, I try.
I've sort of lost my bearings a little bit, Paula. We were supposed to start working
an hour back,
an hour and a half ago, something like that. But nobody cares about us. They're here for the Counter-Strike. They are probably
I care about
pretty
you.
excited. You care about me, Blair?
I do.
Oh my God.
Not this guy.
Someone cares. Someone cares. That's all I ever wanted. That's all I ever wanted.
Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in.
That's all I ever wanted. Someone cares.
All right, so anyway, guys, NAVI versus EG. And you know what? I think it's only right if we start off by getting to know this EG team a little bit better.
So EG decided to keep 2 players from their previous roster, that being Cirque and Breeze. And right now they're in the state of where they're just trying to prove that they are worthy of this level. And they added 3 players that I'm sure are extremely hungry to prove that they are actually capable of winning major titles, or maybe like winning something like a Cologne or a Katowice title, because they have such a history. And I really, really hope that they're actually on the same level, maybe like their hunger is on the same level, because something that might satisfy Cirque and something that might satisfy Breeze might not be something that will satisfy Stewie, you know, like a person who won the major, that won the Grand Slam. So I just really hope that everyone will be, in the end, really happy.
I think passion is one of the biggest driving factors in Counter-Strike. It goes for everybody, for all players, right? This is one of the things, if you are extremely accomplished and you feel like you've done it all, maybe you're there because it's a job as opposed to it's a pursuit that you want to be the best in the world. You've already been to the top of the mountain, you already know what that feels like. But I would say that these guys are still competitors, relatively young across the board for the team. And if they can refine that passion and that love and that willingness to compete and be one of the best, then you could see this team definitely reignite that fire. I think when you know that Valorant's in the wings and there's other distractions, that becomes a problem. But if you can block all that out and you can put CS as priority #1, I think the EG still have the pieces here to be a threat.
I think that at this moment, Cirque and Breeze are really not confident about themselves. They're not confident about their skill, because yeah, before the pandemic they were showing some great numbers, like Breeze was considered one of the best riflers, and then Cirque was doing really, really good when it comes like to the North American region, even though he's not from North America. But since then they didn't get the titles, and with the titles you put like a really big question mark next to your skill, like, am I actually good enough to even compete on this level? So like right now, with the help of 3 like really experienced players and with the help of a really experienced coach, I really hope that they'll bring back like the passion, they'll bring back like the love for the game, and also confidence in themselves.
Strangely, I haven't given up on Breeze and Cirque yet. They haven't been showing the level that I think that they're capable of, and I'm hoping that's part of the distractions of all the roster changes and the chopping and changing within the EG camp over the last couple of years. Hopefully, right, within a new team, Malik at the helm, they've got Stewie there to be the life of the party, bringing Automatic back from Valorant, and then obviously Rush, who has a wealth of experience as far as European Counter-Strike from his complexity stint go. If they can get along first and foremost, and then they can get back to the form that they used to show of all of these players. They're never going to be at the 100% of their peak days, right? But they could definitely, as a unit, get back to some good form. I think that they can be a scary North American roster, but how far they can really go, I think only time will tell.
I think just confidence within ourselves, we're missing that. I think that's a bump along the road with any brand new team. Once you're trying to figure out your own style, your own identity, it could take a hit in your confidence because you're so focused on how we're gonna play as a team and what's the right decision, what's the wrong decision. And that comes from playing with experience. And once you get these LAN vibes out of the way, the LAN jitters, and you know, once you really cement yourself into the game and really feel it out, and once everything flows naturally, I think that's where the confidence starts building. And every team, the best teams in the world, when they're the best, confidence is always flowing.
Great piece there, and I'd like to react to some of the things that Heku and Sponge mentioned. Let's start off with Heku. She believes that EG are still hungry. Do you guys believe the same?
I would like to believe they're still hungry, or else this entire experiment doesn't make any sense, right? You're talking about Audi coming back from Valorant. He looked good, I won't lie. You have Stu leaving Liquid after all the turmoil they had over there to form this new team to make it work. You have Cirque and Breeze who've been struggling all this while to finally find a little bit of success. And Rush as well. Like Chad pointed out, he was in a complexity lineup with all the EU guys. So they've come together to try and make something of this. If there is no hunger, then what are they even doing?
I mean, Maui, there is that lingering question that Sponge mentioned, that perhaps Stu, Rush and Automatic don't have as much passion as they did in 2018.
Ooh, I mean, Sponge was being a little bit of a Breeze and Cirque apologist in that one, so I'm going to actually key in on that. I want to key on the fact that he says he still believes in Cirque, he believes in Breeze. I haven't seen anything to believe in Cirque for 6 months now. He looks better on a rifle than he does on an op half the time. And with Breeze, I will say that one thing that's nice about Breeze is that this graph right here is showing how both of these players are simply doing worse as the years progress. It's not too good for them, but Breeze looked pretty good in the first day of this group. And if Breeze can play better, and it's just one weak link on the team in Cirque, then I think that this EG team actually can work. But as we were seeing, all of these numbers are pointing to both of these players degrading in terms of performance over time.
Yeah, like for this team to have clicked, the first thing is the core of these two youngsters in the form of Breeze and Cirque both kind of being not just delivering, but consistently delivering, right? We saw signs of that from Breeze yesterday, as you pointed out there, Maui. And if you can see Cirque as well, kind of, I can't even say live up to a 2019 form. It has to be go all the way back, right, and show what he can really do with the AWP. He's still a very young player. We know what he can do. If these two can deliver, and as long as the other three pieces can just chip in a little bit, they can be a dangerous team.
So in that sense, then, this team does have scary potential. But the question is, can they realize it? If they are to realize it, how can they do that, Blair and Maui?
I would say that EG right now need to just get a lot better at some of the fundamentals of Counter-Strike. I think yesterday's showing was really poor in the sense that they were doing an awful job at trading.
The T-side was...
It did not look very good on overpass at all. Vertigo even, they couldn't get up A ramp against Glaive. If you're not beating out Glaive, if you're not beating out a Farlig that's just being introduced to an Astralis lineup, I have no hopes for them to beat a Navi, even though this Navi team is hamstrung given the fact that they're playing with Headtrick instead of Boomich.
I mean, the fact that Malik's not with them right now obviously has to play in a factor as to why they are struggling. They did struggle a little bit yesterday, but even if, you know, with his absence, they must have not done enough homework to not make some of the mistakes they did on the T side yesterday, for example, on Vertigo and Overpass. On neither of these two maps did they look good at all. However, that being said, maybe today we might see, even though it's going to be against Navi, I want to see them on a map they're maybe a little bit more comfortable on.
Whilst we're still on Evil Geniuses, let's check in with the only non-American player from that team. It's Cirque.
Hey everybody, right now I'm joined by Cirque from EG. Cirque, it's a pleasure to get to talk to you. I know that your team went through some big changes recently and now you are being guided by Stewie. How would you compare him to the other GLs that you got to play with?
For Stewie, I could say that in my opinion he has more experience based on just playing with him, and I think he's more mid-round oriented, whereas before we didn't really have that voice. But I feel like right now he's very confident in his mid-round calls, and we're very confident in his mid-round calls. So I think it works pretty well for late round.
Yeah, because like Stanislav seemed like a person who was like pretty calm, like pretty chill, and Stewie's like probably also like bringing up some hype, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Stanislav was doing that as well. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, I think Jake is way more emotional, and yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Shout out to Cirque. I miss that guy. Haven't seen him in person in a while, and I do hope that he can find his previous form. Guys, we're kind of pressed for time considering that Danish derby. Let's talk about Navi quickly. Of course, Headtrick standing in. An interesting best of 3 against AGO yesterday. 2-0, smashed them on Dust 2. But then we saw over 70 rounds on Mirage. Where do you think Navi stand right now?
Listen, they're the favorites here. There is not a shadow of a doubt, jokes aside. And we saw this on Dust 2 yesterday. There was a map pick coming in from AGO, and Navi made them look like fools. And Maui, you said this on the ride back to the studio. They're like, Navi have a tendency when they steamroll a team on the first map, they kind of take things a little easy on the second one.
Yeah, and the thing is for Navi in this game against EG, I have no doubts that Navi are the heavy favorites in this and will be taking this series. But it's just kind of like how cleanly do they do it? That's really the question for me. Can they maintain focus after winning what will probably be a decisive map 1, or are they going to let their foot off the gas like we saw against AGO? Because Navi just simply, it feels like that's kind of been a characteristic of them, even when we take it to a more longer approach. When we look at them for months on end, it's like the way they started this year was really questionable. The way that they played at Blast in those opening groups for spring, they barely made it through. They barely qualified for that. Katowice, not the best situation for them, but I want to see at Pro League a Navi that's focused, even if you lose your IGL, because this is a team like G2 that even though you lose that one player, you have so much firepower. There's no reason you should be losing to teams in this group.
And you got to remember, they are the defending champions.
Yeah, going on from what you're saying, Maui, then, is it not critical for Headtrick to have insane performances?
We don't need to see Headtrick have an insane performance because Boomich never had an insane performance, or he rarely did. The one thing that Navi are going to be missing, of course, is the in-game leader aspect that Boomich brings to the team. But I really think that they have enough strong, cerebral players in the server, and they have Blade behind them who should be contributing enough to give them a solid game plan.
Blair, Maui, it's your favorite thing. It's the vetoes. Blair, do you want to run us through them?
Yeah, Vertigo Ancient, the usual bans here coming out. I was wondering where EG were going to be going with their map, because no matter what map they would pick, it looked like Navi. I mean, Navi clearly the better team. Navi going with Dust 2, they might as well, considering the 16-1 dropping they gave AGO just yesterday. Mirage is a decider, again going to be favoring Navi. Now, Overpass is the map where Navi have shown some weakness. There have been issues in the past, even with Boomich on the lineups. So maybe EG might be trying to punish them.
It'll be cool to
Is it possible that they can...
No, it's not going to happen. No, it's not going to. Maui, are you? Are you
Well,
going to?
I'm not going to take that.
No
question.
NA, no NA.
I'm not taking that question, Paul.
You're just leave it in the air.
I've said my piece.
You're pussing out,
I've said my piece. I've said my piece. I don't think they get this.
I like the attempt, though. I like the fact that they're going for Overpass, and they're like, all right, let's see what Navi's got. And hopefully, their Overpass today is much better than what we saw yesterday.
Hopefully, Blair. I really just want to see someone else contribute other than Breeze. I want to see if Cirque can actually find some impact in the server, because right now he needs to do it. And if they want to make it a competitive series, you gotta have a solid opper.
It's the music, guys. You know what that means, that this match is ready to go. Navi versus EG. Let's have some fun.
Thank you so much, 5 Navi players, 7 evil geniuses. 2 of them are Jason and I, so thankfully it's not a 7-on-5 in that regard, but we are
Might need to be
through this one. It might need to be. They might need a little bit of help in this one. I definitely say they are the underdogs.
Oh yeah, that's going a long way. This could be interesting to see how this plays out. I think everyone in the world, obviously definitely the NA fans, but just anyone would love to see this EG team be competitive here against Navi, but such a tough task. Best team in the world, even with the stand-in. I don't think that's going to be enough for EG to be able to overcome them. Dualies on Perfecto and Simple. Matt, you nervous?
Oh, nervous that the dualies are deadly or they're dumb.
Nice.
I think they're not going to do anything. Simple has watermelon on his, though, and everyone loves watermelon on a nice sunny day, such as it is right now in the server.
Seedless as well?
Are they seedless? No, there's seeds all over them.
I meant everybody loves seedless watermelon.
It's not real, then.
Oh, it is. All right.
Take the seeds out yourself, you lazy guy.
That's so many seeds. Here we go. Down the stairs is EG's attack. They saw nothing, just making sure there's no forward defense. They'd like to just drop down to this B bomb site. Set piece coming in. Door's going to be open a little bit late. Electronic with a bit of a block. Nade is out. It's a bit early. No one from EG is there. Simple's going to have a fast flank, but now EG entering into the bomb site. Oh, there's Perfecto. Dualies ring out. A nice little headshot. Turns around, finds Rush as well. That's not even putting Simple into play just yet. Actually, excuse me, he's been taken down on the flank. So 3-on-2. Automatic is able to find Electronic, who's well overexposed. Bit over the top. Dualies picked up by Stu. He can't do anything. And the bomb, I think, is dropped in the most unfortunate position for Automatic.
Tippity taps from Automatic as he knows they're both in front of him. He's got one down already, tries to change his angle. Glock, far more ammunition in the mag than that of the USP. Spots the flash going high and avoids that swiftly so, but can't get the headshot onto Headtrick, who puts him down and gives Navi the round. Headtrick obviously here standing in for that of Boomich.
Our boy Boomich.
Big bad boom.
Just around Navi.
Poor guys had it rough with the COVID.
Yeah. Speedy recovery.
Absolutely. And now you go back to Katowice as well, which Yeah, unfortunately, he had to sit out for a few games there. Played from the hotel, mind you, so still was able to be a part of those games, but it made things a bit questionable for them in the group stage there. And now we see them back here on Pro League. Yesterday, winning their opening series. It took them a number of rounds on the second map, despite winning 16-1 on the first. And they'll not want to give too much away to EG early, so a good pistol one.
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, it's obviously unfortunate in a larger sense that Boomich is having to sit this out. But it's been cool seeing a bunch of these EU teams having to be forced to kind of wield stand-ins at some of these events and pulling them up from like the junior and the academy teams.
It's
Navi
the first time
from Navi Junior. Obviously, Mouse Sports pulling up in a bunch of players. There's plenty more examples out there.
Yeah, and it's the first time in a long time that the academy programs have actually been fruitful in that regard, because they've always been there, but it's pretty rare we used to see stand-ins and people doing that. We're seeing it a lot more frequently, partly due to the online era, certainly due to COVID, unfortunately. Also COVID, but it is cool to see the young talent.
The scene in EU is just so deep.
And I know that a lot of the casters say that the people that are fortunate enough to cast WePlay and see some of this talent, they see how good they are in those servers, and they've even questions. We're gonna watch Bit here try and go for a flank. This could be great timing. MP9 gets one, needs to get away. Oh, Simple saved him. Caught out Stewie, who I think was actually gonna be hot on his heels heading back down the stairway. So that's a lovely kill to find for Simple. Puts Breeze in that direction, but he's not done there. And Head Trick finds Cirque, so they control it with all 5 staying alive. Not even any damage done actually by EG. But the casters have often said at WePlay, they see all this skill and it looks magnificent, but they aren't sure that it translates to Tier 1. Well, now you're seeing it more frequently. Monacy comes in, he's looking excellent. You're seeing Head Trick now, again, early in this game, but holding his own. You're starting to see that the depth is developing.
It also helps a lot to be a player like Head Trick or someone from like an academy team kind of get pulled up and play within a squad of a 4-man team that's been in the, it's much easier to perform at Tier 1 when you have the teammates who are,
But either way, if you're going to get called up, as opposed to the entire roster making it through, if you're going to get called up to the squad, it's nice to see they can hold their own.
All right, 3rd round bye from EG. Stewie back to the Deagle. He had the Hero AK-47 in the previous round. Netted them nothing. 3 SMGs on the Navi side. So kind of what we term a bonus round. See if they can get some extra bonus money with the SMG. Free upgrade to a rifle, a 3rd to win it. Unfortunately for Bit, Cirque's going to find the initial headshot. 5-on-4 for EG as they're starting to take map control stairs. There's the middle of the map they control, the passage between both bomb sites. Here's a risk with these SMGs. Smoke's gonna fade. Automatic looking for this push. Good angle, good fight, but can't find the second. Navi's happy with that. AK-47 picked up from Electronic. Over to the A bomb site we go. EG starting to progress forward. Still just the Deagle on Stewie and 2 defenders. Head Trick and Simple, ready and waiting with rifles. Flashes out, Simple. At the truck, Head Trick's gonna get the first. They can't clear out his position. He's all alone. Breeze, wide angle, can't control it. Good headshot. Stewie stepping up with the Deagle, and he finally gets it done. 1 versus 2 for Electronic, who's coming all the way from the B bomb site.
Takes 3 men to take down Simple, and he does damage onto the last one as well. And Stewie, Cirque still holding onto the AK-47. Electronic takes his time. He's got time to work with. Has a kit to play with. Has an incendiary and a smoke as well. Smoke being the last of which was equipped. He's also picked up an HE grenade, but I don't think at this point that's going to matter. Oh, I say that. I thought he was going to... Yeah, that's the problem. I thought he was going to clear the site a little bit further first, because although he wants to bounce toward the garden, he gives himself up to Stewie having thrown that nade.
That's a great win for EG. I mean, just nothing crazy. No one doing anything all that nuts. Nothing crazy tactically. Just handling business against 3 SMGs. Did get a little bit close, down to just 2 players, and Navi's going to buy back up into this round, the virtue of the bonus round. FAMAS on Electronic, FAMAS on Perfecto as well, op in the hands of Simple. So powerful loadout for Navi in this game, or in this round, excuse me. Was aggressive, turned from the flash. Gotta find a timing to back away safely.
Shot out, automatic wins that exchange. Electronic goes down, so EG starting to get a bit of footing in this matchup. Timmy with 5. Little Timmy with 5 kills.
Yeah, he had that nice pistol round that they weren't able to convert. Back-to-back opening kills for EG. 3 players at the B bomb site. There hasn't been a whole lot of pressure applied to Bathroom, so Bit is more than content to just tell everyone to chill and stay over there. He might change his mind pretty soon. EG is going to readjust. They're going to back all the way around, meet up with the players coming up the stairs. And Bit's on an island. He battles until his death in this position. Only escape is to kill everything in his path.
Kill them all.
There's the first. Cirque goes down, slow peeking the angle. Oh, he spins. They almost line up for him. But Bit has found the equalizer, and now you got to deal with Simple's op.
Automatic still going to try and get closer. He'll be handed a gun, a rifle from his teammate. Throwing back his direction. Simple. AWP forced out. You're absolutely right, though. Hard to deal with timing. Thought for sure he was going to be ready for it. Can't swing fast enough. Automatic steps wide. He's having an excellent start to this matchup, and it's starting to be a factor as Stewie is also going to find Perfecto. Low HP, though, for Automatic, and that's easily enough dealt with as Perfecto gets one more kill, and therefore Navi get the round.
Yeah, they do. Not able to save the op, though. Perfecto couldn't find it in time. Couldn't see where it fell. That's a tough round for Navi to win. It's good for them to come out on top, but unfortunately, EG, that one's going to slip away from them. Good Molotov towards Truck, forced Simple into an awkward situation. This was the battle that was really tough. Bit being very difficult to clear out of that position, and as time runs down, Perfecto's able to hold on. Double kill at the end, 3-1 for Navi. Back to pistols for EG.
Back to pistols and broken down. Having had a chance to make it a 2-2 scoreline. They fall shy of it. Rush. Not Rush Lee. Not a man speaking to future pros. A pro in his own right. Dead now, of course.
Dead now. Good build-up, though.
Electronic with the MP9 makes short work of him. Stepping around the corner. Breezy will inherit the bomb, and Simple on top of the site will check long with. They're going back down to Ward, where Electronic found their teammate. He's got to swap to the pistol, but he did sufficient damage to collect. In fact, hat-trick, head-trick, comes over to collect that kill instead as Simple finds 2 in front of the bathrooms.
How many times do you think you're going to say call him hat-trick this game? As a
lot.
As a hockey connoisseur.
Yeah, a lot. We need the Gordie Howe hat-trick.
What's the over-under?
The over-under?
7? 6?
9?
9.
14 every round. we need a Gordie Howe hat trick from him.
What's a Gordie Howe hat trick?
Goal, assist, and a fight.
Okay, that's fair play.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that.
Not bad. Red Wings. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your neck of the woods.
They are the best team ever.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that.
Breeze takes some damage down to 53 HP. Quick flash over Monster, maybe to just try and see if they can make one of the defenders a little nervous, see if they can pull out some early utility in response. That doesn't happen, so Stewie's going to creep up close in towards Monster. He's going to get activated. Molotov comes in. Perfecto smoke ready to put it out. Counter flash is dropped, but Perfecto doesn't feel enough danger to have to evacuate, and EG's going to be content with forcing the utility out. No real control on the other side of the map. They're just looking for pushes at the moment. Boost up on sandbags. Automatic goes down. Stewie, he comes next. Is he going to be prepared for Electronic? The answer is no. He thought maybe Simple was just boosted up. Spam comes in, but not enough to take down Electronic, at a 5-on-3 for Navi's defense.
Rush trying to do a little bit of damage toward the Flames. Won't be able to do so. Electronic's going to push up instead. Perfecto holds off the Gooch side of the map, inside of the site. And it will be both approaches covered off. Gotta love this little slide position. Dropping in, gives away the game. He's going to sneak down, and Electronic uses it to perfection from Perfecto's bait.
A lot of SMG kills coming out for Navi, and even upgrading into the rifles. Their money is just ballooned at the moment. 4-round lead, and they rich. They real rich. And Evil Geniuses have not yet been able to get the bomb planted. That round they couldn't even smell the bomb site. Navi shut them down before they could really make any meaningful steps towards it. 6 kills on Automatic, 4 on Stewie. Still early going. 7 kills on Electronic for Navi, 6 on Simple and Head Trick apiece.
Electronic checking out the tunnel position. Bit Bathrooms trying to hold off with the FAMAS. It's Rush and Stewie that head that direction with the pistols. Deagle in hand for the former, and Bit's gonna have to be certainly ready. I do love that the FAMAS getting some action, because it's often overlooked of the budget rifles.
No need to drop it if
speak.
Yeah, no need to drop it if no one's gonna take it out of your hands.
Oh, absolutely. Don't overinvest. Keep it rolling. You know you're up against pistols still for sure.
No utility for EG, so they don't really have anything to close the gap. They're hoping for a fortunate Deagle shot, maybe get one of those Tech 9s activated, take some attention away, force someone from Navi to overpeak, attempting to swing for the kill. Just like that, but the Molotov is keeping them at bay for the moment. Simple happy to take these fights. Bit is now going to push up. That's the bomb on Cirque, so regardless of what happens at the A bomb site, now that he's dropped, it is, I mean, not impossible, but exceedingly difficult.
Exceedingly difficult. Most kills for Head Trick so far, so doing well indeed. Perfecto's gonna burn rush from the grave as, actually I take that back, it was Bit that went down beforehand, so gets the kill clean. 6-1 Navi. Good start, more in line with what they would hope to be doing in this series, and again for EG, it's gonna be a tough ask in this tournament, I think, with this roster being relatively inexperienced together still, despite having obviously an old Cloud9 core.
Yeah, this roster just has had, when it came together, so many ifs. You know, with the players coming back, Rush and Automatic from Valorant. Obviously, Cirque and Breeze, the guys on the desk, did a great job outlining the past 3 years of play from performance from those guys has just been a downward trajectory. There's a lot of ifs if these guys can turn this all around and rebound in an effective way. At the moment, we haven't seen it, but probably going to take a bit more time to get to that point. All back in the hands of Simple. Thankfully, in the previous round, EG, they get 3 kills, so it's nothing crazy. It's nothing, no reason to celebrate, no reason to break out the champagne, but at least you've dug into the economy a minimal amount. I'm looking for silver linings.
Yeah, whatever works. It's gonna get the job done for you, Jason.
Glass half full kind of guy.
Though nothing through the other side of the wall to catch those bullets as they come through Stray. Simple, gonna go for this, absolutely. Be aware of Stewie's position though, because he's actually forward of the fence. The X-ray could have been misleading you. Absolutely not. He has the right position to catch Simple's peak in that position. Stewie's gonna get Perfecto through the smoke as well, so the criminal getting 2 on the B site. This will certainly set up EG well with a minute to play with, and the map at their leisure at this point in time.
Well, Navi's already calling for a gamble stack and rotation in a 3 versus 5. Rotate around to the A bomb site. Bit's gonna get aggressive, see what he can find. If he keeps pushing forward, if he dies, obviously EG's hit the pause button here. That might be the indication. EG might give them like the idea that maybe the 2 remaining defenders have slid over to the B bomb site. This could pull them towards A. 36 seconds.
I think they're going in on the fact that Breeze is also checking long on that and not making any further contact. So yeah,
the question is when Automatic steps forward. You can see Rush and Automatic are both in positions to test either one of the bomb sites. So this is exactly what they're doing. They're going to hunt. They're going to try and find out. There's the smoke at the A bomb site. Nobody's moved from the Navi side, so it's just got to be individual heroics from Electronic at this point, and the smoke blocking them off means time to back away.
Yeah, they're going to go over toward B instead. I thought Rush would just Hail Mary it inside the site for the information, given that he only has the 8 HP. So bomb goes down on B. Hat Trick will at least... There it is again.
It's 2.
Head Trick will at least get 1 more kill, and they'll grab an AK for their troubles, but the round gone. EG find their 2nd in the game. Maybe that's the key. It's, you know, every time I say Hat Trick, they're going to get a round.
Okay. Does that happen the first time around as well?
No, it didn't.
Okay.
But I'm trying to make it seem cool that I'm doing this.
Yeah, it was a good theory while it lasted. So 4-round lead now for Navi.
Terrorists win.
One of the teams, obviously, we expect to go through this Group D. I mean, look, if we're honest, you know, I know Astralis, you mentioned kind of a fringe team, and I think coming into it, there was maybe a chance depending on how they would have looked. But I think how we've seen them in the first 2 days of the group, I don't think you could imagine anyone rather than heroic Astralis and NAVI moving out of this group.
That's exactly it. I think if you look at the 6, EGO maybe could have been the upset team for.
They needed that win. They needed that win over. Well, either of them really.
Yeah,
they needed that win over NAVI, I think.